Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we are here, and you can probably guess, we are going to be talking about my 2024 Sitka gear setup. Um, I know for a lot of people, not only Sitka stuff, but there's just so much hunting gear out there, whether it be clothes, gear, bows, guns, whatever it is. But today we're going to be talking about my clothes specifically and a little bit into the gear part. Um, right off the bat, I just want to say I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. I have gone out and bought all the stuff for myself, so it would be nice to be sponsored and be able to get this stuff and not have to spend the money. But I did because all the stuff I have is because I believe in it and it works. So we're going to dive in what I wear for hunting, some of the gear I take hunting, and why I take those things hunting. And we're going to dive into it and talk about it today. So hopefully it will help some of you guys and you'll be able to go out and hunt comfortably, because if anyone has done it and knows, it is not very fun going out hunting and being absolutely miserable, whether you're extremely hot early season or extremely cold late season. It's not fun at all. So we're going to dive into this and talk about what I wear hunting. All right, so starting off, we have just a normal t-shirt here. It is Sitka, but I don't always just wear this specific shirt hunting. But when I do wear this shirt, it is usually only for hunting. So it is going to be opening weekend this weekend in North Carolina. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to hunt this weekend. Me and my girlfriend are going to the Florida Gators game in Florida, visiting some grandparents down there. So I think this is the first opening day we've missed in probably 3 or 4 years. I think since I was in high school, maybe not. But anyway, so it is still pretty hot here in North Carolina. So when it's still in the 80s, maybe even 90s, some places, a good t-shirt, nice thin material. Even the one I have on, I wear this hunting sometimes. It's just a nice thin t-shirt. Can't go wrong with that, paired up with a nice pair of pants. So this is the t-shirt. I'm just going to set that down. And then this is a pant I will wear quite often. This is not Sitka. Some of the stuff I have is not going to be Sitka. But I don't even know what brand pant this is. But it is a very thin, like mountain hiking pant almost. I mean, you can see you just kind of ball it up. These were my dad's, but they were just kind of handed down to me. He didn't wear them anymore, and I kind of took them. So this is Sierra Experience. Just a nice lightweight pant. You can even unzip the pant leg here and turn them into shorts. Or if you're just out there and you don't want to turn them into shorts because of mosquitoes and stuff, you can just unzip those for some nice airflow. So a nice lightweight bottom to start early season with is always going to be great. And then even when I get into a little past early season and it starts getting a little chilly at night, I can throw some long johns under here and I'll be straight for the early season. So once you get past that, something a little thicker is a pant I actually have on right now. These are just Wrangler pants from Walmart. They're a little bit thicker than those pants. They're not as thick as a blue jean, but they're not like sweat pant either. So these are also a good option early season. They don't keep you as cool as the lightweight pant, but they are also a good option. You can throw long johns under here and you will be good for the early season. And then once it gets past that, it starts getting a little bit cooler, or even if it is still in the 80s, this is the Sitka Equinox Guard hoodie. I have this in the, I believe it's Bottomland camo. I can't remember, or waterfowl camo. So this I can use for early season because this pattern still works good early season, lots of foliage around. But as you probably know, I can also use this during turkey season, which is what it's actually designed for. So you see, it's extremely thin material. I mean, you can see just how stretchy and thin this material is. And it has, I believe it's permethrin that's infused into the fibers. So it repels all sorts of bugs and mosquitoes early season for you. That is a huge pain early season, is the bugs. I know here in North Carolina, they are super bad. You see, you just throw it on. And this actually, these run a little big, which I kind of like. This, I believe, is a size large, which is what almost all my tops in Sitka are. So this is a size large. You have the hoodie here, and then obviously the Sitka face mask that comes with it. So this is super thin, gonna keep you very cool early season. This is a great piece, and I can't wait to get out there and use this. Definitely gonna be using this early season, without a doubt. And I have tested it wearing it outside during the summer, and it does keep you very cool, and it does keep the mosquitoes away. So that is a big plus, because that is a huge pain being out in the stand and getting constantly bit over and over again. So moving on to the next thing. This is an everyday pant by Sitka. This is the, I can't remember what pant it is. I'll throw it up on screen, but I think maybe the Mesa pant, I'm not sure. But this is a little bit thicker pant. It is like a blue jean material. Going to be very good when it starts dipping down in the 70s and even into the 60s. You can also, obviously with it not being any specific camo pattern, you can wear these around and everyday life, and no one's going to think anything else of it. Very comfortable pant. I've worn these to work even sometimes. Very comfortable walking around, chilling out in, sitting in. When it gets, into the winter too, you can wear them walking around by the campfire. Whatever it is, very nice pant these are. So using these when it dips down in the 70s, even in the 60s, you can even throw long johns underneath these as well, and it'll get you a little bit further, maybe into the low 60s or so. So very good pant. Going to be very excited to wear those this season. All right, so our next piece is going to be the Fanatic hoodie. This is a great piece for when it starts dipping down into the 60s or so, even into the 50s. You can really wear this all season. Once it starts getting into the 60s and it's still getting a little chilly, start wearing this, just as an outer layer over your t-shirt or whatever. But then as the season goes on, you can really use it as a base layer. It's not as thick as a hoodie, I'd say. It's maybe a little bit thinner than a hoodie, but it's a very versatile piece when you throw it on. And like I said, once it starts getting a little chilly out, I'll just wear this over the t-shirt, just like this. Maybe with these pants, or the Mesa pants, or the 3-season pants, maybe they are. I don't remember. But zip it up. You got your hood, and then the face mask inside. And it has these little mittens that come with it. I don't really use them. I just kind of mess around with them. But usually if my hands get cold, I just put them in my pocket, or I'll throw on a little pair of gloves or something. It's got a little kangaroo pouch, little zip on the side here, but very good piece. And like I said, I'll wear this all season long. From the time it starts getting a little chilly, all the way through to the end, into urban archery here, into January and February for urban archery. So this is a great piece. If you were going to start by getting one thing, I would definitely start by getting this, because you can wear it almost all season long, like I said. So I would definitely start by getting this. If this is the one thing, you don't have anything from Sitka and you're looking to buy something, definitely start with this. It's a great hoodie to have, and you can wear it around. I mean, it is a camo pattern, but you can wear it around every day, do different stuff with it. So it's a great jacket to have. All right, next we have the Sitka Ambient hoodie. They do have a jacket that is just without the hood, but I like the hood, so I got the hood. This is a great, awesome jacket. This is more your sweatshirt type of warmth, maybe even a little warmer because of the Sherpa or the fleece inside. This is a great, quiet jacket. You can hear scratching, very quiet, and I love how soft and different the material is on the outside. It's very comfortable. I wear this all the time. I wear it around the house. I keep my house freezing. Wear it around the house. Wear it out once it gets cold. This is a great jacket. I got it in the, I don't remember, I think it's Coyote Brown. This is the Coyote Brown. I wanted just a little bit of contrast with not just have the same camo pattern on every single thing. So yeah, this is a great jacket. This one is the full zip, so it zips all the way down. And you can see here on the inside, it's this like fleece Sherpa material. Very comfortable, very warm. Once it starts getting into the low 60s, you can definitely throw this on with the t-shirt instead of the Fanatic hoodie. Zip this up, and you're rocking. You got 2 pockets here. You can throw the hood on just like everything else, and it zips up pretty high here. Just a very comfortable jacket overall. Like I said, I wear this all the time. We're in the house a lot. Once it starts getting chilly and even cold, you can wear this out again, and you're not going to be, looked at when you're just wearing camo all the time, because everybody knows it's a little weird when you're just wearing camo all the time out in public. So this is a great jacket, and then even when it starts getting a little cold, more cold, like into the 50s, I'll throw the Fanatic hoodie on, and then this over it, and the little thicker pants, and you'll be set to go for when it starts getting into like the low 60s, early or high 50s. This is a great jacket, and this is one of the ones I'll kind of wear all season long as well, just as a base layer per se. So this is a great jacket. Definitely, this would be one of the top things I would get to if you're looking at getting Sitka stuff. Between this and the Fanatic hoodie, these two are awesome pieces to have, because you can wear them pretty much all year. Next, we're moving into, it's getting colder now. It's mid to low 50s, even in the high 40s. I went with the Stratus system. So the Stratus system has windstopper in it. I took the hood off of mine. I'll probably wear the Fanatic and ambient jacket underneath. So I'll have the hood from those. So I don't like when I'm just stacking hoods on top of each other, which is a problem I had with other companies, clothing companies. Just everything had a hood on it. It was just getting so bulky that it was like just uncomfortable. Wasn't really in the way, but when you're trying to deal with your harness and everything, depending on if you're in a tree stand or not, it just was so bulky and very uncomfortable for me. So I took the hood off of this. So you have the jacket here, and you have the pants. So I'll just go over the jacket first. The jacket, it's not a fleece material inside. Well, I guess it kind of is, but it's very weird material, but very comfortable. It's like a fleece, but like microfiber fleece almost. And then Sitka, I know for a while they were, I'm not sure if they still are, but they're the only ones that have this harness snap and magnet system to where you can put your harness on without having to take everything off. So that is very good for safety. Obviously, when you're high up in a tree stand, you want to be as safe as possible. So I will throw this on over either the Fanatic or the Ambient. I won't ever really wear this just by itself, really. I'll probably have one of those on unless it's just some weird situation. I don't have the jackets or whatever. Throw this on, and boom. Like I said, I took the hood off mine, but you got 2 pockets here with the fleece inside. You got 2 side pockets. Very, very warm and comfortable jacket. And the Stratus system does have windstopper in it, which is a big, big help, especially when you get into the colder months and it starts getting windy here in North Carolina. October and November, very windy months. So having this on is going to be a big help, because wind is a big reason why people get so cold in the stand, especially in those morning hunts when you're getting well past daylight and the wind starts swirling and going. This is a big help. Then you have the Stratus pant. These are a great pant. I'm going to put all the sizes to all this, by the way, in the description probably, just so everybody knows. But most of everything I have is a large. I'm 6 foot, like 178. So most everything I have is a large. I know that's kind of a hard thing for people, especially people who have to order it. You know, what size you get. You don't want to order something and have to return it and reorder it and everything. It's a big pain. So I will link all my sizes down below in the description. But then you have these pants. And you can even throw these on over, you know, these early season pants to layer up with the long johns. I've got my phone in my pocket, but I'll set that down. So you can throw these on over these pants like these. These don't have side zippers, which is kind of annoying for putting these on, because you know your pants will come up, but you just gotta roll them up, pull them down, and you're good. And they have their awesome system here. They do have an up and a down zipper, so for us men, that's going to be great in the stand. It's very annoying trying to just deal with the down zipper in the stand. And they have their buckle system, so it comes with the belt, and they have their little clip belt system. That's very nice. Keeps the pants nice and in place, and you throw it over top. And this is the Strata system. So like I said, I'll wear this when it starts getting low 50s, even high 40s. You can layer up, you know, with the Fanatic, the Ambient, some pants underneath these, and the long johns. They've got side pockets, side zip pouches on both sides. They've got back pockets, or do they? No back pockets. But they have normal pockets, and they even got a little clip stuff for your knife, so it doesn't, you know, mess up the material. But this is a great system here. Even just standing in here, I'm not sure how many degrees it is in here, but I'm starting to get a little warm. So this is gonna be great, like I said, when it gets, you know, low 50s, high 40s, really helping with the wind, really keeping you warm. That's the main goal of hunting season, is keeping yourself warm or cool, depending on if it's early season. So that's the Strata system. Next, we have the Fanatic system. This is the big boy, the big Haas, the most expensive thing that is in the Sitka lineup, other than like the duck waders and things when you get into that. But as far as whitetail hunting goes, about the most expensive thing you can get. But a great system, nevertheless. So we will go over the jacket first, and then the bibs. This is the Fanatic jacket. Personally, love no hood. It does not come with the hood. Like I said, I hate stacking and stacking up hoods. I believe, because Rachel is getting the women, or has the women's stuff. I believe the women's one comes with the hood. I'm not sure why they did it different, but a lot of stuff they do a little different for the women's stuff. But same kind of proprietary clip system they have here for your harness. So that's a big help when you have that other stuff on and you just want to throw this on. You don't have to take your harness off to put it on. Very thick jacket. It's got that microfiber fleece material on the inside. And it's got the Sherpa wool type stuff on the outside. The cool thing about what Sitka did with this is they built this specifically around the bow hunter, which for, I think, a lot of people is going to be a very nice feature. They have the side zip here, which I know I'm going to love during hunting season, because with past clothing companies, a big pain was also when you have your bino harness on, trying to zip straight up and down is a big pain, trying to reach up under there or reach down, whatever it may be. So yeah, this was specifically built around the bow hunter. You have the side zip, you have the side magnet here to clip your magnet or to clip your collar. So when you're drawing back and you're letting the string go, that's not going to be in the way here. I know I've seen a bunch of people online talk about how these are always in the way for them and how to get out away from that. But with the Sitka system, you don't have to worry about that. You just clip it down and you're good to go. It has the Sitka body mapping. So you see the Sherpa here on the outside, but on the inside where the string is going to be going, there's no thick material there. It's mapped down so that the string is not going to hit in your clothing. You know, if the string hits your clothing, that can throw your arrow off just by that much and affect your shot. And you don't want that happening, you know, when you have 150 plus inch deer in front of you. You don't want that happening. It's also got the mapping on the right arm for when you're crunching and drawing your bow back, so it's not so thick there. I know before when I would layer up, I had, you know, shirts, two shirts, you know, two sweatshirts on underneath, and then my coat. You know, when you're drawing back, you're like a big hunk of brick, and it's just not going to be fun. So this is great. It's got the kangaroo pouch with the Sherpa inside of it. You got a grunt tube with a magnet here that's also got an extra pocket here inside of that. You got zippers on each side as well. I'm trying to think what else. It's got mapping on the back here. So on the back where you don't really need Sherpa down at the bottom because you'll have your bibs on most likely. That is set. So this is a great jacket. And then I should have done the bibs first now that I think about it, but this is when it's, you know, it's the rut starting. It's getting, you know, down into the 30s. It's getting cold, below freezing, really. I'll wear that. But even before then, I will probably, in the 40s, I will probably start wearing the bibs once it starts dipping down even to the high 40s. So I'll throw the bibs on here. And the great thing about these that I did not have in my old system is the up zip. The up zip is absolutely amazing because, like I said, with the Stratus pant, when you're having to put them on and you got your pants, you know, riding up, then you got to reach up and under. You don't have to do that with these. You can already have your boots on or whatever it is, slip your leg right through and you're good to go. And the same with both sides. And there's no trying to fix it and dilly-dally with it. Your pant is already down, ready to go. And you just got to pull them up. And then zip up here. And it's got a little clip up top just to secure that in. And it does have an up zip. Again, big game changer for us men. I know whenever, like I said, I've got my coat on, I've got my bino harness on, I've got sweatshirts on, digging up underneath all that to try and shimmy this thing down sucks. Nobody likes doing that. So no more. Pull that thing up and you're good to go. On the sides, it's got the up and down zip. So once you got your pants on, you zip it down and you're good to go. Same as the coat, it has the body mapping on it. So you've got the Sherpa up top, but once you get down to the bottom, you've got that less thick material. It's still a thick material, but it doesn't have that bulkiness of the Sherpa. So you're not like getting cold, you're still staying warm, but you still have that thickness of the Sherpa. Just the Sherpa's not there, so it's not getting in the way of things. You're not snagging the Sherpa or messing it up when you're walking through the woods either. So big game changer. One thing I do like is their strap adjustment system is probably the best I've seen. If you get in here, it's got this little clip system that you just can unclip and hook into each loop that you want, and you just stow the excess in this little, behind this little tag here, and it's not in your way. It's not annoying you up under here whenever you have this on, you're in the stand or anything. So it's got cargo pockets up front, both sides. That's going to be big for just any extra things you might have that you just want to throw in there real quick. More pockets on the outside, zipper pockets on both sides. So yeah, and you've also got zip down normal pockets that you can just have here. So like I said, this I'll start wearing when it's getting in the 40s, maybe even early 50s if I'm just not wanting to really layer up super bad with like the lighter pants per se. I don't want to layer those up. I'll just throw on like the pair of pants I have on now and then these, and so I'm not sweating when I'm up in the stand. And then when you're walking to the stand, last year was the absolute worst. I had one stand at our lease in South Carolina, and the access I had was just not good. So the walk was about a 500 plus yard walk. And one morning I walked, this is probably TMI, I walked all the way to the stand and was absolutely sweating when I got there. I took all my clothes off when I got up in the stand. It was, I think it was the coldest hunt that last year. It was like 13 or 12 degrees in the morning, and I was still sweating so bad because I had so many layers on. So I got up, I was hunting in the saddle, got up in there, took all my clothes off, and was just standing in the tree until um, like 15 minutes before light because I was so hot. So a big thing that is good with the Sitka bibs is the down zip. So when you're walking to the stand, you can let these out, and I can already feel just from that, because I was getting a little warm here, I can feel just the airflow that's coming into here. So that's going to be a big help walking to the stand, especially because I think I'm going to have a stand around that same area again this year. And walking to the stand and not sweating so bad when you're getting to the stand is going to be a big game changer. I mean, just sticking my hand in here, I can feel how warm it already was in here. And just having that airflow is going to be huge for staying cool. Because also when you're walking in the stand, if you're sweating and when you get to the stand and you know it's below freezing, all that sweat is going to turn freezing cold and you're going to be miserable. There's nothing you can do to change it now. All that sweat's there and you're just kind of stuck with it. So before I get to the full jacket, like I said, I'll run some stuff underneath. So I'll run the Fanatic or the Ambient. You know, if it's getting into the 40s and I just don't want to have that bulkiness up top, I'll throw the Fanatic, the Ambient, and even this on. I'll throw all three on. So I'll put the Stratus on just for the. You're gonna be set. So hopefully they can hear when I have the jacket over the microphone. Hopefully it'll be good. And you throw this on, and I'm just all this movement. I'm getting a little hot. So it'll be set. So I have all this warmth. I have the wind stopper on, but I'm not so heavy up top. I can still shoot, move, do whatever. Obviously, once it gets to the 30s and freezing, you're gonna want to have the big coat on. You're gonna want to be warm. But even just walking in the stand, just having this stuff on, and then taking the coat with you is gonna be great. So that is pretty much it for the actual. I'll just grab them. There they are. This is just a Hanes Long John. I've used these for years. Fruit of the Loom Long John. I've used these for years. I'll layer up with these all year long. Once it starts getting chilly, like I said, I'll put these underneath these pants or the super thin pants. I will wear these pretty much almost all year long as well. I'll throw these on as a base layer and then start layering up after this. So just a cheap, Fruit of the Loom Long John will get the job done. You don't have to go out and buy every single piece of Sitka. Obviously, I want to. I think everybody would if they could. But you don't have to do that to start out with. What I did and what I would recommend, because it is so expensive, is to, even now, you don't have to start after the season, but you can start now. Space out your purchases. You don't got to go out and buy $2,000 worth of clothes right now. Space it out. Like I said, start with the Fanatic hoodie or the Ambient hoodie and build from there. You're not going to be able to wear it all at once when you're building it, but while you're building it, you'll at least have those pieces to put together. So like I bought mine, over a year span before I got everything that I've wanted so far. So just a nice Fruit of the Loom Long John or something you can deal with is going to be great. So that's that. This is my boots that I have. I would like to get some, rubber insulated boots as well, just because these aren't fully waterproof. They're water resistant, but just, having to get across creeks and stuff, that would make a big difference. But these are just the Cabela's brand boot. I'm not sure the name specifically, but they're a Gore-Tex Cabela's boot. These have 400 grams of thinsulate in it. So thinsulate is what is in your boot to keep your feet warm. So the higher number of thinsulate you have, the warmer the boot is going to be. So if there's no thinsulate, obviously you're not going to be very warm at all. If there's 1,000 insulin in it, you're going to be very warm. So these are 400 grams, and I don't have any issues with these. I can get all the way down into like the 30s or so, even in the 20s. Layer up my socks, obviously, and do good with this. So these are a great boot. They're just, not sure how many inches, but you see the laces. Just a good boot. So this is a very good boot, and these aren't super expensive because they're the Cabela brand. I want to say they're less than $200 for sure. Just a good boot overall. Then once it gets down past 30 or so, you know, it starts getting into the freezing. These are a camp boot. These are my dad's, and he doesn't use anymore. So I was given them / I took them. So these are just like a camp boot. They're nice and thick, insulated, and they're not expensive at all. I think you can get some for like $40 or under on Amazon or something like that. But these are just the ones my dad have. They're wilderness experience, just good. So I'll throw a hand warmer in these, and then when I get up, I'll hook these on my bag or put them in my bag, depending on how much stuff I have in there. And then when I get up into the stand, I'll take my boots off. If I'm in the stand, I'll just put them underneath me. If I'm in the saddle, it's different for every situation, but I just find a place to store my boots. I usually try and hang them over a branch or something. And then I'll throw these bad boys on. And with the hand warmer in there, you're not getting cold. You can wear like a thin Nike sock and put these on with the hand warmer in there, and you'll be. I've worn them like in the 12 degrees that I was in last year, and I didn't even notice anything with my feet. And your feet and your hands, when your feet and your hands get cold when you're hunting, there's no reversing it back. They're not getting warm. You might as well just pack up and go home, because the rest of your hunt is going to be absolutely miserable. So your feet and your hands are some of the biggest things you need to keep warm. So I would definitely say spend the money and get, you know, a cheap pair of camp boots like this off of Amazon, and keep your feet warm. Speaking of the hands, this is the Sitka Fanatic glove. Just a thin glove, and it's got the fingers cut out for bow hunting, or even for gun hunting. But I'll throw these on whenever my hands get chilly. I don't really have any glove thicker than this, because I kind of flip-flop hands back and forth between when I'm holding my phone. So when one hand gets cold, I'll flip-flop it. But I really don't even wear gloves that much, honestly. It's just if I know I'm going to be on my phone or whatever, I'll throw these on. But I usually keep my hands in my pockets with hand warmers most of the time, and my hands never get cold. So having these is nice, but as far as a necessity, I would say if you're looking to buy other Sitka stuff, they're not super expensive, but if you're looking to buy other Sitka stuff, I would definitely say buy that. You can get, I've seen people that, you know, they wear the like Army surplus gloves and just cut the fingers out or whatever. That's a cheaper option as well. You can get like a 3 or 4 pack, 5 pack of those, and you'll be good. Next is a toboggan. I have this nice and long. I like the long toboggans, the ones that are short and won't come down over my head and cover my ears. I hate. This is just a Nike gray toboggan, nice and long. I'll throw this on once I get in the stand. I'll throw this on, and I can really pull it down since it's longer, and it'll cover my ears, and I'll be set. So just having a nice toboggan is always good, or beanie, whatever you want to call it. So always having that is good. And then I always do take a hat with me. I do have here even the Sitka hat. I just wear whatever hat I want to wear whenever I go out there. It doesn't have to be a Sitka hat, but having a hat is nice when you don't want the sun in your eyes, especially depending on how your stand is done and set up. You don't want the sun in your eyes. And then I think the last thing is going to be my binocular harness. I got a lot of questions on this in some of my videos on YouTube and TikTok and stuff. So just to cover it, just to be covering it, since I technically do wear this out to the stand and everything. This is a marsupial bino harness, and these pouches are also from marsupial. It's got a great system. You just take it here from the back, and then you strap it in on both sides. I love this harness. It's very user-friendly, very easy to use. It's got a magnet system here that folds up and down. I usually leave it down most of the time. When I'm walking in the stand, I'll fold it up, because these do fall out a little bit, which is kind of the only downside. But these are easy to get to, easy to stow away. I've got my release here, my rangefinder, and this also folds up magnetically and covers it up. And this is just a little extra pouch I have here. I just have a some Allen wrenches for my bow and sight, and then I've got an extra release in here in case I lose this one or something happens and it breaks or whatever. And on this side, I have my wind checker. So yeah, marsupial vinyl harness. Definitely would recommend this. And as far as expenses go, it's not crazy expensive. It's about your average cost for a binocular harness. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, my backpack. So my backpack, I have another hand-me-down item. This used to be my dad's, but he actually did give this one to me. He says I took it, but he gave it to me because he did not switch to a different one. But this is the Badlands backpack. I love this thing. It's got a lot of different pouches. It's got the straps here that I'll throw that big coat on, or any jacket I'm taking in, or if I'm not taking a jacket in, or if I am, I'll set my jacket down and I'll put my bow on top, strap my bow in, and it's good to go. Or if I have sticks and my platform, I'll hook those up to this and it stays nice and secure. It's got side zip pockets, side pockets. I've got a little carabiner hooked up to the strap just to kind of save the strap from wearing out. It's got that plastic coating. It's got side straps as well, so you can strap a coat even to the side. There's a little grinds pouches from earlier in the season. Little coffee pouches. Gotta get your caffeine in, people. Gotta stay awake in the stand. So either that or caffeine pills. Those are one of the two. I'll be honest, hunting season, I don't know what it is. Energy drinks don't do it for me. I gotta pop some caffeine pills or the grinds pouches while I'm up there, and I'll be all right. And this is my old hunting license. I probably have so much junk in here, candy wrappers and whatnot. But I'll keep my headlamp and stuff in here. Camera gear in here. I've got some like face paint and stuff if I'm just feeling super in the mood and want to put all that on my face, but then I gotta take it off and I end up regretting it. Big pouches here. You can see it's got an extra pouch in the back where I keep like my orange vest and stuff, just depending on if I'm hunting public land or not, up in our mountain house up there. So big storage compartment. I can fit everything I need in here. I don't really take that much. I either have like the camp booties, a grunt tube, which is not even in my bag right now, and then my camera gear. And then sometimes if I'm trying to keep it light while I'm walking in, I'll just put my bino harness in the bag and just wear it into the stand in the bag. So that pretty much sums it up. That is everything that I will be wearing in the 2024 hunting season. Just to touch on a few things, again, like I said, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. Would love to be, so if any of these companies see it, hit me up. But everything I have, I paid for or was given to me, and I've used it, and I still use it because I believe in it, and it works for me. So if you're going, or if you want to buy Sitka stuff, or even if you're going to, you already know you're going to, and you don't have, just the abundance of money to just drop the $2,000, on clothes or however much it is, probably close to it, I would recommend buying them spaced out. Literally what I did, I went on my phone and I put everything I wanted, and I put the month I was gonna buy it. So I would buy one thing a month, and I went through and just bought everything that month. So I spaced it out. I wasn't dry. I mean, you're still spending the same amount of money, but you can at least space it out, and you'll have it. So even if you're starting now, by next hunting season, you'll have everything you want or need. So even if you won't finish the season with everything you want, you'll at least have it next year, and you'll have a lot of stuff by the time the end of the season comes. I mean, that's we have 4 months till the end of the season, 5 or 6 if you count into urban archery for the places that have urban archery. So you have plenty of time to buy those things, but just space it out, and it becomes less expensive per se. So that's what I found, and that's what I found worked for me, was just spacing out those purchases so it wasn't just stacked on top of each other. And I did that too while buying my bow, which was pretty expensive. I think around $3,000 for the bow. So you can space it out and make it work. The Sitka stuff is great, but like I said, and like I do plan on buying, more Sitka stuff, but you don't have to have the Sitka stuff to go underneath. Like the Fruit of the Loom Long Johns work great. I don't have to go and buy the Sitka. I think it's like the merino wool Long Johns that they have. Um, I want to, but I don't have to do that. The Fruit of the Loom works good. Um, so you can pick and choose what you want, but pick the right pieces. Like I said, the Strata system has the wind stopper in it, so that is going to help tremendously when it gets windy and you get down in the lower temperatures, and you don't want to be so thick up top to have the Fanatic system that has that wind stopper. And then the Fanatic hoodie and the ambient hoodie, those can be worn all season long once it starts to get chilly. So once it starts to get into the 50s, I'm wearing the Fanatic hoodie for the rest of the season probably, unless if for some reason we have a big warm front come through. But even then, I'll probably still take the Fanatic hoodie with me because it's going to chill down once it gets later into the afternoon. But I have the Badlands backpack. I do want to get, I think it's the Fanatic backpack. It's like their quiet Fanatic backpack. It's got the Sherpa and the fleece on it, and there's no buckles to help keep quiet. They have the toolbox. They have all that other good stuff. So there's a bunch of good stuff from Sitka that you can use and get, but just get the right pieces for you and your scenario. I hunt North and South Carolina only. There's some places I want to go hunt eventually, but for now, it's the only place I hunt. So I have everything I need for my specific area. So if yours is a little different, just tailor your stuff to where you're at, and then play around with it. You might buy something that you think you need and end up hating it, but that's okay. You didn't. You can sell it on Facebook Marketplace or something, and at least get some of your money back. And Sitka has a great warranty program. I know, but they don't ever really have stuff break per se, but their warranty program is good, so you can check into that too. But this is pretty much everything I'm going to be wearing for the 2024 season, wearing or using. I might do a video at the end of the season too to kind of recap everything and what I changed and what I didn't like. So if you guys want to see that, let me know below. And like I said, I will link all my sizes and everything down below so you can see kind of how it is and what I'm wearing, so you can kind of judge that based off of your specific body type and everything, because everybody is a little different. But that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel so we can keep growing and doing fun videos. It is opening day week, so opening day is this weekend. Like I said, I won't be here this weekend. I will be in Florida visiting my grandparents and going to watch the UF game. It's not looking too hot for us this season, but we're gonna go down there. We haven't been down there in a bit, so I think this will be the last video before my first hunting video comes out. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next one.